Spoiler alert, spoiler alert, spoiler alert. If I have to say it one more time, the two words are what? Spoiler alert. Greetings and salutations. This is your girl, Outspoken Diva. And let's have a talk about it, shall we? What are we talking about today? Today we are talking about the Never Ever Met Season 2, Part 1, which is episodes 1 through 5. If you don't know about the show is about seven couples that were dating online, virtually, virtually online, um, for different amounts of time, and they come to a place to meet for the very first time. And so, they're all in one house. And yeah, I like the premise of the show. The first season, I did not particularly care for it as much, but I was challenged by a friend who will be a guest once we start talking about the good, the bad, and the diva of it all. Um, Challenged me and said, "No, you're gonna watch it." So yeah, uh, and she called my card and she was like, "I was like, okay, if I watch it, you're gonna jump on screen to talk about it, do the recap and stuff." And she was like, "Yeah." So she pulled my card because I thought she was gonna say no. But yeah. So is this season better than the season one? It's not better. It's not worse. It's just different. They do give us more content to deal, to talk about and stuff. So yeah. Who's in the house? Let me talk about them. Uh, you have Mr. and Ms. 3 Month. That is Brittany and Ty. Uh, you have Irving and Alicia. They were dating online for 5 months. You have Cinco and Jay. They were also dating online for 5 months. You have for 8 months. No, wait a minute. I'm sorry, couldn't read my handwriting. Bleeding in. You have Tatiana and Clay. They are Clay Vassier. That is his biological name, but they call him Clay in the house. They are Mr. and Ms. 8 Month. Um, then you have Alexis and Chris. They were dating for 1 year. Um, Chris might look familiar to you if you watch Ready to Love. He was on the first season of the Dallas season, the first Dallas season. Okay, he was on there. He was the wild card. So yeah, he had curly hair then. Now he has a haircut. Then you have for 4 years, Mr. and Ms. 4 years. You that is Kiki and Brandon, and you have Charlie and Jared, and they were dating 4.5 years. So yeah, those are the couples. Again, those are the how they were dating online for those many years. Um, it's like I said, it's still an interesting concept. This season, I think I like it a little bit better because they give us some more content. But yeah, I still don't I'm still trying not to be judgmental because I don't understand online dating for past, if I meet you online, we have at least you have no more than a month, 4 weeks for us to get things together and somebody plan a date. Whoever started talking to the person, introduce themselves, I'm interested first. That's who plans the date, that's how I am. Or because in offline land, when I date someone, I meet someone in offline land, you have 2 weeks. I mean, the only reason why I give you, we all have lives. Okay, we all have lives, so I get it. Okay, so yeah. Other than that, yeah. My guest is here, so gonna do a brief break, and so I can bring her up on stage, and yeah, we'll talk about the good, the bad, and the diva of Never Ever Met Season 2, Part 1, Episodes 1 through 5. Okay, all right. Hey guys, glad you're back after this that quick break. I told y'all we was gonna have guests. This is my friend JJ. Um, let her introduce you and yeah, introduce herself to you. Sorry, and yeah, we'll get started with our discussion. Okay, all right, JJ.
Hi guys, this is JJ. I am here with my good friend of over 20 something years? Well, maybe
Yes,
20, not
yes,
20
yes.
something. And I am excited to share my input on the Never Ever Met.
Okay. Before we start with the good, the bad, and the diva of this show, JJ, what is your overall feeling for this show?
My overall feeling is I would like for some couples to go home together and, continue their relationship. Hopefully they learn something here at the house and they can take it back with them. That's my overall. That's what I would like for the show.
Okay, okay. So let me admit something to you. I did not tell you. I don't know if I told you when I asked you to be on this show. Remember, you said you're gonna watch this show. You're gonna watch this season, and I said, okay, as long as you jump on the screen with me. I was hoping you said no, but you pulled my corner because you're my good friend. You're one of my closest friends. So yeah, you know. So, but yeah, I'm happy you're on. So yeah, we're gonna get started. The good. Name one of your goods, girl.
One of my goods for tonight's episode.
So this the first was this the episodes 1 through 5. What is a good for you?
I would say my good would be tonight that I love the activity that they did today. That's a good.
Mm-hmm.
That was a good.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because all these other activities, I do not think that should have been the first ones. Tonight
Mm-hmm.
episode, that activity should have been the very, very first thing that they came to the house to do.
Okay. That is one of my goods. The I feel like they have improvements from season one. Um there's not as much downtime. They have some
Mhm.
activities.
Right.
Yes, big activity. The activity was the improv activity. When they went to Top Golf that date, I
Oh
like
yeah, I forgot
that.
about that. Yeah.
So we get more dates because last season they just had this the the
Amusement park
date at the beginning.
painting.
Yeah, they had the date at the beginning and then the date at the end, you know? And I was like,
Mhm.
okay. And see, that was some of their problems. They didn't have enough stuff to do in the house last season. And
I
that's why they
agree.
was always fussing and fussing. And then they don't have as much downtime. And then have you noticed that the phone usage is limited? Like
Yeah,
this
I
the first
haven't
time
seen
we've
anybody
seen a
on their
phone.
phones.
This is the first time we seen somebody on their phone, and then you didn't see her with her phone when Charlie called her mom to check her
Hmm.
baby. You know,
Hmm.
her newborn baby.
Yeah.
um, and I'm glad. I mean, that was heartwarming to me that at least we know she's not just gallivanting. Somebody, where is her baby? Somebody's taking
Right.
care of the babies and the other kids, and then she's at least checking in. Okay,
Right.
there's another lady. What's her name? Brittany. Brittany has the little boy who's
Yes,
like a
Brittany.
toddler.
Boy.
Yeah, she's probably doing the same thing, and people probably checking in, period, whether they have kids or not. So Jared is probably checking on his little babies, and
Hmm.
Clay is probably checking on his child. We
In
hope
secret.
his secret child. We hope
In
so. Yeah,
secret. He checking in secrets.
yeah, we hope so. We hope. We hope. So
Are you
yeah.
catching what I'm saying? He's
Yeah,
checking
oh yeah,
in.
oh yeah, oh yeah. We checking in. He checking in secret. I hear you. What is a also the improvements. Everybody for the first day was dressed properly for the day.
Yes.
Y'all,
Yes. Yes. I can
oh
say
Lord,
this
wasn't
group
nobody
knows.
in serious going on a cooking day.
in 12-inch high heels, clear shoes
Okay.
at that.
Listen, okay. And
Strip.
then nobody had on nothing too short talking about going to a amusement park because it was a one day wasn't it like hang gliding or paragliding or something like that.
Yeah,
Now I'm glad.
That was Ty
um,
and Brittany.
Brittany.
Ty and
Hmm.
Brittany. Their date was parasailing. So yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, and see, she had on the proper garments. What's her name? Charlie. When they went, was they doing that? Clay, color me
yeah.
mine, clay, uh,
Hmm.
clay pot stuff. She didn't have on heels. She had on nice flats. Yeah,
Right.
so, yeah. People were dressed. All right. Another good for you, ma'am.
Um. So I said the activity. I agree
Mm-hmm.
with you as far as the phone, no phone usage. I think they this group are good for me. This group kind of gets along with
Mm-hmm.
one another.
Mm-hmm.
This group gets along. That's a
Mm-hmm.
good. Everybody. Um, the first season, a couple of people didn't get along, but this group, I think they get along pretty good for the most
Mm-hmm.
part.
That's true.
Um,
That is true. You don't have the fighting. You don't have the
right.
fighting record. They were last season. They were going for the jugular. This season, if they have little arguments, it. We saw a couple of people. Somebody apologized to somebody.
Yeah.
Tonight.
Hmm.
We just got through with episode 5. So yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
they
the
did apologize. Yeah. So I think they get along pretty good
mm-hmm,
amongst one another. No messy, no
mm-hmm,
fighting and all that old stuff. So yeah.
yeah. Also, my only other good is the show. It made sure that we heard and understood why each couple didn't meet, hadn't met already before the show. And I'm gonna
Okay.
leave that. I'm gonna leave that there. You have any other good?
No, I think my two goods was including the ones you said too, but
Mhm.
I really like the fact that this activity made them like think and not
Yeah.
think only about sensual and sexual touching, which I think they
Mm-hmm.
already have that packed down
Mm-hmm.
already. So this activity was great. And I
Yeah,
like the
yeah,
one
yeah.
where when you said a sentence, the last word, that last letter in that last word, you had to pick up a sentence with
Mm-hmm.
that letter in that last word that's being the first letter.
Yeah.
So I like that. That made you think because
Mm-hmm.
I think that makes people think about what they're going to say. So I'm assuming that's what that um, activity was about, thinking before
Mm-hmm.
you speak.
Right. True. Very true. Very
Because
true.
you really have to think before you speak because you can say something that you can't take back that's gonna
True.
hurt
Very
somebody's
true.
feelings. So I A+ on that activity. A
Mm-hmm.
plus.
Yeah, I give it A plus too. Question. Okay, I did an intro video, intro parts before we started, before you joined in, and I told them about Alicia and Irvin leaving. Do
Hmm.
you think they would have worked well? They left before this activity. Do you think they would have worked well with this activity?
I don't think so because they both kind of headstrong.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Irvin especially, he, I don't know if he's headstrong. I think he's no. I don't know why the word needy keeps coming up when it comes to
Mm-hmm.
like he's needy, 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 needy.
Mm-hmm.
And she's headstrong. She gonna stand her ground.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they would have made it because I think
Oh,
he's too focused on her, listening to him, doing what he say, and that's you. It doesn't work like that. So
yeah.
I don't think it would have worked.
Okay.
That's my little opinion.
Okay. No, that's why I asked. This is all our opinion. This is not gospel truth. This is our opinion. So anybody who watches this, the replay, watches this video, um, yeah, this is our opinion on what we watch on the show. Yeah, we
Mm-hmm.
see. Oh, um, FYI, yes, we know about the little whispers and stuff about
Yeah.
people on the show. We will not be talking about that because I mean we don't know, and then how some of it is even presented by some of the people, by the sources of stuff. Hey,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if their sources are right. I don't know. I'm not in these people's lives. I'm just going on what I see on the television screen. Okay.
Exactly. Right.
Yeah, that's not our business. Okay, just
At
because they
all.
on our TV screen. So, all right, ma'am.
What do you
Give me
think?
that. What do I think? Oh, I know that. I know. I know for a fact they wouldn't have made it because just by the reasons why you said he's headstrong, and just by what they went through last week, and she was dancing in the chair, and
Mm-hmm.
he looked at her crazy, and but then he wanted to say, she was like, "What? I didn't say nothing," and then he called her weird and stuff. They already had the basis of them already is not. Then she would have like the one where you said they had to start the sentence with the next the letter of the word, the last word, the other sentence. Mm. Maybe one of them would have used the wrong sentence or something like that. Just like okay, Chris Flood when the letter was Y, and he said, "Well,
Mm-hmm.
why would?" And I was like,
Yeah.
See, I don't
Instead of
think it was funny. It was funny to Alexis, his partner.
right.
Alicia and Irvin, I don't think that would have. No,
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
kind
They
of
wouldn't
glad
have
they
made it.
left.
It wouldn't have been fun. It wouldn't have been fun with them,
Right, it would not. All
like
right,
everybody
ma'am.
else.
Yeah, like I said, it wouldn't. Okay, ma'am. Give me your bad. Be on to the bad guys.
Jared bad because he lies so much in that girl face. He lies to the max. Like, and he has no shame. He does it with a straight face. Like when she came into the room and was talking to him, and I was looking at him like he's very attentive. He was looking dead in her eyes, lying.
Yep.
I'm like, this dude, he should be an actor somewhere. So that's definitely a bad. Um,
hmm
my second bad, I don't know if it just gets on my nerves or if it's considered a bad, but Kiki and Brandon, like this little, it's like they can't break through. Like, come on, what is going on? Um, it it's just something is not breaking through that wall.
In my opinion, even though Kiki and Brendan they go under my diva, but for this reason, the reason this is something I believe in. You know that I believe in this. You need to come as healed as possible getting in relationships,
I agree.
and neither one of them are healed. She's not healed from her relationship that basically ended 4 months ago, even though they've been online dating for
Hmm.
4 years. But and then he's not healed. I mean, just what he was talking about, his mother and stepfather and the drinking and all of that kind of stuff. He's not healed. People need to be
Yeah.
in relationship as soon as possible.
Right.
No,
Right.
near as possible. Okay.
And and my third bad would be Clay, and that's all. That's all that needs to be said.
Child, that boy has. It is no longer a hole that he has dug in not telling his truth to this girl about having a secret baby. This boy has
Instead,
dug a crater.
yes,
I just thought
like
it was just hilarious today when they were coming from the improv activity.
yeah,
Kiki and Brandon were there. Kiki got a secret, and they in the front, front of the van. Clay and Tatiana in the back, all hugged up, and he got a secret.
It's
Kiki and Brandon are sitting apart, and Brandon's like, "I wish you get a little bit closer to me."
right.
But then he's talking about, "I like what they doing back there," and I'm like, "Dude,
And you can't make nobody be intimate with you like that. You got to. It got to be. Both people have to be feeling that vibe, that energy.
exactly, exactly." And then Clay, I just think Clay is a combination of himself and production. When he finally tells Tatiana his secret, I want Tatiana to go bad on him and production. And now I'm finding out she might have to go bad on part of the house because it's a well known secret in the house that this boy got a baby. I'm like, how did they know in the house? When Charlie said that, I was like, wait a minute, everybody in the house know that this child got a.
And
Mm-mm.
since you brought Charlie up, she up here acting like she in the best relationship.
No, she's
I
not
just
in the
had to
best
get that out.
relationship. And
The
I
way
was like,
she acting,
mm-hmm.
tell
Yeah,
my
when she said that, I was like, and then next week it's gonna get even worse because the person that confronts him is Alexis.
mm.
And I'm like, ma'am, this man that you with dissing you every
And then she had the nerve. I know we jumping everywhere, but she had the nerve to
right.
say she'd have trust issues.
You
Girl,
think? You think?
after you
The
done
way
felt up on this man
thank you. Without his permission.
without
All
his
right, my
permission.
bad. Girl, that ooh, my bad. First of all, we're gonna talk about production. Production.
Okay.
None of this is believable. I know reality TV is not scripted, but it is highly edited and highly produced. Okay, there are
Okay.
some things that y'all are editing bad. I'm not. I'm not quite sure if Kiki really got a drinking problem because
Yeah.
it's amazing how everybody else is drinking. Now maybe she can't handle her liquor,
Yeah.
but everybody else is drinking. But because she fell back one time because
Mhm.
oh and y'all get on my nerves with that girl sucking her thumb. I don't care because yeah, she suck her thumb. Yes, yes. But we gotta see every time she drank, she's got to suck her thumb. Oh, we know she's drunk because she's sucking her thumb. That
Yeah.
oh my god, that was getting on my nerves.
She don't
Uh,
even look like a drinker.
so we don't know if she's really an alcoholic or not. Oh, but y'all gonna push that storyline. Oh,
Right.
we gonna push this storyline. Y'all know good and well Clay should have already told that girl his secret.
Right. He
Y'all
should have
know.
did it the night Jared and Charlie did theirs.
Okay. You know good and well Kiki should have told her secret. But Clay's to me is more dangerous because y'all have these sensual activities that don't need to go before the non-sensual activities. And this
Uh-huh.
man was real down on her. They didn't been in the boom boom room, even though they didn't boom boom and birds and bees and there. They were just, doing massaging and all this kind of stuff. These people have already been intimate, have had intimate activities. But
Right.
then this man sent up her with a secret. That's emotionally dangerous to me. And I, like I said, when this girl go bad on him, I hope she go bad on him, and I hope
She needs
she tell
to.
production about itself also because that wasn't right. Y'all know that this boy got this secret, and then y'all send up her letting him prolong it and
Right.
prolong it. Oh, I meant to say something about the good. They did bring back Dr. Alley and the other
Yeah.
psychiatrist lady.
Uh-huh.
That was a good. I'm happy that they brought them in earlier than
Yeah.
waiting till because
The
Dr.
end.
Allen, I didn't think we didn't see her till like toward the end, like the last three episodes. We have
Yeah, she
now
was toward
seen
the end.
we have now seen the psychiatrist starting like what episode two?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was
episode two.
the second episode.
Yeah, that was my good. I forgot to put that as one of my goods. Uh, but all this central activity and all this kind of stuff. I'm not saying it don't belong. I mean, everybody grown, everybody's adults. We adults, but we adults and all that kind of stuff. I got that. But these people don't know each other. They just met. Why y'all
Right.
got them? with their crotches in each other's faces and
Yes,
rubbing
and hands all on people's
their
bodies.
okay. And why is the boom boom room open so early? They don't need the boom boom. I mean, unless you're gonna be like Jay and Cinco. Lord have mercy.
Oh, honey, they didn't even wait to get to no boom boom room.
There's no boom boom room open, okay? But the shower was, but okay. Then okay, we're gonna talk about this. Okay, I know I don't usually believe in this theory, but these people are making making this theory true. There's quite a few people, three men and one lady, who I don't want to call them hard up, but they so busy waiting to boom boom in the intimate suite and do the
Mhm.
birds and the bees that when
Mhm.
they not doing it, they like it seems like they got it's affecting their attitude.
Mhm.
Usually,
Mhm.
again, I don't believe in that theory,
Mhm.
but some people they seem to let that affect them, and that's Alexis,
Yes.
Clay, Ty,
Yes.
and Eve. Okay,
Well, who? Well, you
those
said
four
Alexis.
people,
You said Alexis. Chris. I mean Alexis,
Clay
Clay, Ty.
and Irvin.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I have a feeling some of the problem where with him and Alicia, Irvin and Alicia going home, they was because she wouldn't get so close to him and all this kind of stuff. And I feel like he felt let down, and yeah, he let that. And my thing was, this woman, her problem, okay? You know that and yeah, sometimes, yeah, she might have been using her illness to stay away from you, but you still see that, you know, you don't even know this woman. Y'all only been together, y'all only been online dating for 5 months.
Right. And you expect her to be so open to you. No,
Okay?
that's not how that works. And I'm surprised because he should know that as an older guy. Isn't he
Right. So he's like
upper
44.
upper 30s?
44. No, he's 44.
He should know that dealing with a woman, you have to build her trust
Mm-hmm.
to get
Ty.
close to you like that. Yes. Uh-huh. He definitely
Ty
should
is
know.
even worse because you talking about the boom boom room with Brittany, we gonna get to the boom boom room and all this kind of stuff. And y'all ain't but only online dating for 3 months. Online
Wow.
dating for 3 months.
Wow.
Like I said, I know we all grown. I know people are grown and all this kind of stuff, but y'all just met. I mean, I know there are people who, do it on first date and they
Yeah.
have successful marriages and stuff.
Yeah.
Those are not always the case. You
That's
just
right.
met this person, okay? You don't even know, you don't know. As we see with Alicia and Irvin, you don't know once y'all get in each other's space and then y'all have each other's energies and all that kind of stuff. Does that mesh? And as
Mhm.
we see, Ty and Brittany, y'all need to be in no intimate suite. Y'all got things to talk about.
Exactly.
Because Brittany was very much, I was told by Applecare that you was gonna do this, this, and this, and you
Hmm.
ain't done this and this. So,
Well, he doing this, and this, but he doing it for other people.
okay. Then Clay, giving this girl back rubs and all this kind of stuff. And it seemed like but then you can lie.
Hmm. Hmm.
You can rub all of her butt, but you can lie. I mean, you can even just have this big secret lie that you got. Then you start lying about eating meat in the house and the girl vegan, and you telling the girl you trying to be vegan. That already caused some issues. Then you want to
Right.
sit there and do this,
Right.
boy. If you don't sit down, but you worried about the intimate. They already been in the intimate suite. They didn't get the boom boom,
Right.
but
But he
they
showed
did
he
boom
was
boom.
close.
Okay, very close. Y'all had intimacy time, but you holding a secret. And then Miss Alexis.
She the oldest one in that house. No, I think Ty is.
No, Ty is just in he says he's in his 30s.
Oh, okay.
No, Alexis is the oldest in the house. But whether she was the oldest or the youngest or whatever, they had the y'all are doing this sensual painting body art stuff. You're not even following the rules.
at all, and don't
You
care to follow
wouldn't
them.
okay, but then you have an attitude when that man told you how he felt.
That's right. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. A
You
big
have
one
a
too. A
discussion about
big
that.
attitude.
I mean, a big attitude. Then on tonight's episode, the question was who needs to be in the intimacy suite.
And
Now I
everybody
was
was
kind of like now I was kind of like Ty on this one, everybody, but yeah, you might
yeah.
as well hold them. Like I said, I don't even believe in that theory, but okay, they make me want to believe in the theory because I know a lot of people who have sexless lives and they don't have bad attitudes because of it. I'm
Mm-hmm.
sorry. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but she's sitting up here bringing that up, yeah, and here come Chris. I'm a gentleman. I have set my boundaries, all this
Right.
kind of stuff. But
Right.
you just keep talking about it, ma'am,
Mm-hmm.
ma'am. Mm-mm.
I think ever since that situation with the body painting, I think that really turned him off.
I think so. I think so.
Because I
I think
think
so.
had she not did that, they probably would be in the boo boo room. They may have
Hmm.
not. He probably would still be that gentleman and not
Right.
push anything. But she messed that up. She
She
too
made it up.
aggressive.
Yeah.
And then for you to sit up there and have an attitude while this man is explaining to you why he felt how he felt. First of all, you wasn't following directions, and secondly, he had a past experience.
Hmm.
And like I always want to add, had that been the other way around, had he would have been going up her bikini, going up in the side of her bikini or in the front, trying to feel all up on her, it would have been an issue.
Hmm.
He would not
Hmm.
be on this show tonight.
Hmm.
He wouldn't be on there.
Hmm.
Because that's the
Hmm.
same thing that happened with, I mean, not the same thing that happened, but in the same area as far as the touching and feeling, uncomfortable.
Hmm. Hmm.
Like,
That's
just
true.
because he a man, that don't mean he has to like that.
Hmm. That's true.
So,
And regardless, even just not even just that, you weren't following the directions of what the
right.
instructor told you.
But to me, I felt like she was trying to me, it seemed like she was feeling like, well, he a man, and men like that. Men want to be
Hmm.
touched.
Hmm.
Not all of them.
My thing was, you at least should have asked, even if he wanted to get
Yeah,
to you. You're supposed to ask.
you supposed to ask.
So yeah.
So,
Then my last bad, I hate when I do this show because there are always more bads than good, and I hate that. But these we're gonna need to talk to Kiki and Ty. This vacationing versus getting to know you. You here to kick it. I mean, now granted, Kiki admitted that uh this process wasn't what she thought it was gonna be when she was saying, it messed up her fantasy about everything. But I
which I
don't
don't
understand. I don't
understand.
understand. I don't understand why did y'all come on here thinking that? You know, y'all in here kicking it. Not Urban Ty. You rather be playing spades and cooking for everybody than getting to know. To me, as bad as I don't like this, but to me, that's why it wouldn't be my process anyway. It would be my process because I wouldn't be no months. When we meeting online, you got 3 to 4 weeks for us to make some plans. Because you got 2 weeks when we meet offline. Okay, we meet face to face. Uh, so ain't gonna be no months. Okay, ain't gonna be no definitely gonna be no years. Okay, but my thing is in this house, I should look up. I can't breathe because you in my face. You know,
But my thing is, okay, what's the fantasy? The fantasy is to come here and meet this person that you've been talking to for over 4.5 years and trying to get
they
to
just
know them.
playing.
Isn't that the fantasy?
Her fantasy was it was just gonna be all rain. She said it tonight. It was gonna be rainbows and sunshine when I met you, but now it's come to find out it's real work.
Duh. Wouldn't it work with her ex?
That's what I would think. But then we are talking about somebody 29 years old. 29 years old.
That's old
Mm,
enough, baby. That's old
yeah,
enough. You knocking on
that's-
30s though.
she married. Yeah,
You,
but then
you ain't
again,
nine.
she's
You
a,
ain't 19.
that's true. But then her and the ex had been together for 8 years, so she don't know how to date. She don't know that it's not sunshines and rainbows. I bet she don't even know how to date. She doesn't have enough dating experience to understand. Yeah, no.
But she
Mm-mm.
have the experience to know that you have it has your relationship needs
You have to do
work.
some work. Yes, that's what I would think. That's what I would think.
Cause if you've been in a relationship that long, then you should. Well, I'm not gonna say you should, but it seems like you would know how to that you would know that it's gonna take work. You're gonna have to communicate. Sometimes you're gonna have to compromise.
Hmm. Hmm.
Um, sometimes you're gonna be uncomfortable. But you say you love this person or like this person, then you should be willing to put all that out. But I don't know, child. I don't know.
When she said that, I was like, "Oh, okay. At least you admitting it now that
Yeah,
you
she
thought this."
did, but it's she's holding back, and it's getting on my nerves.
Mhm, it is. And then
It,
Ty, I just couldn't understand him. I was just like, other than the fact that number one, y'all just been 3 months. Now you know good and well
good and well, good and well,
that
good
should you
and
should not have
well.
been. Mm-mm. You knew good and well you were supposed to do some work. You were supposed to at least back up everything that you mean some of what you were saying.
Right,
And again, whether you had said that or not, she should not have to be looking for you when she get up in the
exactly.
morning and she find you kicking it. And because then once I think about it, they are probably the only two, unless the camera is directly on them, like when they had that couples massage, and then
Hmm.
tonight his brother and her mother came, and they worked through this stuff. You don't see them together. Oh, and when they was in the van coming from Top Golf, and
Same
that's
thing.
one of the
Same thing with
that,
Jay and Cinco. I
yeah.
don't see the.
And Jay and Cinco, I am waiting. I am waiting for the shoe to drop with them. I like Cinco. Jay, I like her, but she did some stuff that I be like, she's always seemed to be when people are telling their problems and all this kind of stuff, she seems to always be there.
Hmm.
And
Hmm.
I've heard the Cinco sometimes ain't there. But again, I'm waiting on the shoe to drop. I don't know who is
Yeah,
gonna be on it.
because
I got a strange feeling it might be Cinco.
yeah, yeah, of course. Um, because you only see them together, hubby dubby, doing activities
Mm-hmm.
around the house. She's always in the kitchen, like you say, in the middle of somebody's
Mm-hmm.
business, spitting out their business, and he's somewhere with the guys sitting around laughing at other people's business.
Mm-hmm. So
So,
I don't. It's that I'm waiting on them. I'm waiting on the shoe to drop. I really am. Like I said, Cinco to me, as of all the, if I could put somebody under the good, I think that he speaks the most emotionally mature of this
hmm,
whole group. But like I said, I'm saying that he speaks.
yeah,
We don't really know much about them. And it's always something is going on because remember when we first was introduced, we meet the ladies first, right? And then
hmm,
this one
hmm,
guy came in, right? And we didn't meet him first. We met Cinco first.
right.
She just set up the date. Some I don't know what they holding back on, but
So they holding
yeah,
back something,
they holding back something. I don't know what it is. I don't know. I can't. I'm just waiting on the shoe to drop.
right?
So yeah, that's the end of my bad. To do, you have any divas, my diva?
You know, that diva is a very high title. Uh,
When those of you who have never, if y'all are new to me or never watched me review things, divas are things. When you put somebody on something under the diva list, that means it means something to you. It may not be. It might be things that are definitionally diva, or just things that you identify with or you like, that kind of thing. So yeah, that's what the diva is. So
right.
yeah,
I would give it to Miss Alicia tonight because she she let Irvin have it like in a calm, classy lady way. She really did. So I would say
Alicia is.
Alicia. Hmm.
Alicia tonight, exiting the house, Alicia became a diva. She was not on my
Right.
diva list, but tonight, and it was because of the way she mirrored his passive aggressive
Hmm.
behavior.
Hmm.
I
Hmm.
think he wanted her to be jealous. He wanted her to,
Uh-huh.
and when
Uh-huh.
she sat there and gave him everything that he was giving her in the exact same manner, that was so refreshing. And
It
see, Alicia
was.
was one of those people I could ride with her until I couldn't. Every week I was like, all right, Alicia, you went too far. All right,
Hmm.
Alicia, you didn't need
Hmm.
this.
Hmm.
Tonight, I was like, nope. Team
Yep.
Alicia.
Yep.
Team Alicia. Team,
Yep.
even when she stood up saying toxic, 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 I'm like,
And
mm-hmm.
baby, she had that ball in her court. When he started crying, oh yeah.
I'm like, because he did so well when he said, "Okay, I'm supposed to end this. Do you want to know why?" And I'm like, "Oh shoot, sir, you supposed to go too far."
Right. I would have told
And
him no, I
then
don't want to know why because I want to end it too, and we could have both just
we
walked off.
could just walked off in the sunset, just
Because
ended it. We good.
we don't need to
We're
know.
not going to each
We
other.
obviously know that we're not a match. We're not compatible face to face. Maybe on the
Right,
phone. And then for him to say, "I don't want you. I don't even want to be your friend." Like I'm supposed to scream, holler, and cry
right,
behind that.
right, right. Oh my God! Yes, Alicia became one of my divas. I was like, "Oh my God, I cannot believe this." Finally, Alicia, you have mastered the art of mirroring.
Yeah,
Because
like, dude, who you supposed to be?
thank you. Hmm.
So yes, she made the diva list. She made the diva list. I think Tati may have potential to be on the diva list once we see what's gonna happen. Or maybe
Yeah,
because last week, she let him have it a little bit. Um, but definitely I give it to Alicia for tonight.
yeah. Alicia, because of tonight, she ended up on my diva list. Kiki is on my diva list, not because of the way Kiki acts or anything. Kiki reminds me of my niece.
Hmm.
My niece, if she my R.I.P. to Allura, uh,
Yes.
Kiki would have been the same age as my niece.
Mm-hmm.
My niece was still alive. She passed away a couple of years ago. Well.
Hmm. Yeah.
Um, the when I did you notice that she has like a music symbol in her on her chest? I noticed that tonight.
Tattoo.
Uh-huh. I
Hmm.
was
Yeah, I
like,
saw it tonight
my
too.
my niece had tattoos, she had piercings, all that kind of stuff. She's cute. They wear their clothes, they wear their clothes much more fitted than we did back in those days, back when we was that age. And they,
Yes.
they okay with their bodies, all that kind of stuff.
Hmm.
And so far, she is not. She's wearing things that I may not like. I may not want on my body, but it fits her well.
Hmm.
Um, Giggly, bubbly, that
Hmm.
kind of stuff. And of course, I just want to auntie her so bad. Hair on point. My niece, Lord, she
Yeah.
left her with boys in there. Brand new set of boys in there.
Hmm.
Hair on point. Her wigs. I have to say, I haven't yet to complain about Kiki's wigs. I have
Yeah.
complained about the Miss wigs in the house, but
Yeah.
you
Kiki's
know,
wigs are cute.
Kiki wig is cute. I like that. She's just a cute little bubbly thing. She reminds me of my niece, so that's why she gets a diva. The other diva goes to Mr. Chris. Mr. Chris.
Oh
Chris
yeah.
was cute. Chris was cute on Reddit. I mean, he was quite handsome. He is from the Dallas Fort Worth Metroplex. Sometimes the area of town that he says he is from when he was on Ready to Love. I be kind of looking for him when I'm in that area of town because it's the area of town that my sister lives in. And yeah, Chris, now that he's cut, because on Ready to Love he had curly hair. See, my
Mm-hmm.
Dallas accent is coming in. It's so late. Y'all almost heard me talk like I'm from Dallas. Um, but he had curly hair. He's cut it off and he's still cute and fine. I'm like, oh, so, and I was excited to see him. I knew that he was on going to be on Never Ever Mets because I follow him on Instagram. So, yeah, he gets to be on the Diva because I like Chris. I like looking at him. So yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
we gotta find
Mhm.
a name, a different for when the men make the list. What can we call him?
I don't know. Diva likes.
Yeah, Diva
The
Lights.
Diva. He's on the Diva likes part.
Yeah.
So he's on the Diva likes part. So yeah.
So
But yeah, this is one of my divas. So yeah, Alicia made it barely at the ninth inning because she wasn't gonna be on the list. Nobody else was gonna make the list. But when this dude broke up with her and her the way she reacted to him, it was top notch. I like that.
yeah, very
Yeah,
classy.
yeah.
Not
So
no
you got
ghetto screaming,
anything?
hollering, crying,
Nope,
kicking.
nope.
Name. She didn't bash him. She didn't say anything negative. She just came in there, thanked everybody.
Mhm.
Hope everybody make it
Mhm.
or whatever. She went out good.
Right. So yeah,
So
yeah. Other than toxic, toxic, toxic. But I mean, at that moment he was being probably toxic. He was very
he
being
really
toxic to
was.
her.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the end for me, dude. You got anything else you want to say or anything?
I just hope they
Anything?
can just come together and do what they need to do, and hopefully next episode it'll be something good come out of these couples, and some truth come out for sure.
Mhm. Mhm. Definitely. Okay, guys, if you are watching this, are you watching the show? Let us know down in the comments down below of this video on the social media site that you see this on, except Facebook. Facebook, you leave them down below on YouTube, or you can always, always, always shoot me an email at the email address that's in the description box. Thank you, JJ, for being on, of course, and
Thanks for having me, Diva.
and other than that, remember, I'm always talking to you in adult terms.